So I'd like to start with a quick introduction to the background of TOEFL. TOEFL is a test of English as a foreign language. It's used by university students to validate qualifications, and the exam has four parts: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. I'm just focused on speaking part for now, and I've prototyped one e-learning document for the speaking part. The learning persona I used an online generator for the learning persona, and her name is Marie Dubois. This generator is really designed for marketing, but it does give us a good idea about her motivations and preferences, and really helps with the overall design of the material as well. So you can see here some more details. So the problem, the learning gap, well, students are asked to speak spontaneously in the TOEFL speaking exam and express their opinion with structured thought. And that's tricky. That's quite difficult in a foreign language. So in class and live classes, students feel very unprepared to speak, intimidated to answer questions online and in front of their peers, and I think confused by the existing instructions. And there's a lot of detail in the instructions, so it often feels very overwhelming. Plus, then there's the added pressure and significance of the exam, and this results in three key metrics: low attendance, low participation, and even lower completion rates. So we identified then the learning gap is to take students from zero, where they know very little about the speaking and how to do it, to hopefully the evaluate stage, the self-evaluate stage, where they reach a good level of autonomy. With the document, this is the Module 7 document. For the first part, this document I'll show you later, I used Bloom's taxonomy for digital learning to write learner outcomes. And these are the four learning outcomes for this first document within Module 7. See more details of the overview here. The TOEFL has four parts, so if you look at a quick modular plan, if each part had 3 modules, then Module 7 would have 3 lessons, and in Lesson 1, 3 sections. So the document I prepared is Lesson 1. It's the e-learning self-preparation part, and there's 3 sections. So again, with Bloom's taxonomy for digital learning for learner outcomes, I divided these across the 3 lessons. Lesson 1 is the self-preparation, the self-study and practice document. So students can take their time to really learn about this and practice by themselves before they go into Lesson 2, which is the blended learning session with a teacher. But that also has a little bit of overlap, which I like, and covers the apply, analyze, and evaluate stages. And then the third lesson would remove a little bit of the scaffold, hopefully reaching the autonomy stage. Yeah, the evaluate stage with the third document. So looking at the Module 7 scaffold, you can see that with the first lesson, learners are active but supported, lots of examples, lots of action-based activity. In the second lesson, there's guided inquiry and discovery, self-analysis. And then with the third lesson, there's the removal of the scaffold as the student reaches more autonomy. All of this designed for action-based learning. So what does this look like? Well, I used the tool Genially to produce this first document. The main tool was Genially. I used other tools for video and audio and graphics, and it really is very good. There's a lot of control that you can put into the design. And if you go to the master subscription level, it really has everything that you need at the professional level for $20 a month. You can have SEO mode, and you can insert audio and download the videos and import PowerPoint files. But what I'm really after is the metrics tracking, and that is connected to the results. So Genially has native metric tracking, and they're linked to usernames. So you can track the user, you can track total access, duration, pages viewed, and from the date of first access, but also the answers to interactive questions. So the goal would be to set up a test group of students and track improvement over the key metrics. So I just want to say some quick thoughts on the Genially document and the Genially tool. This one again is for Module 7, but it's the self-study material before the blended sessions with the teacher. So in my experience, the teacher carries a lot of, if not all of the weight of delivering all of the knowledge and instructions and information for these sessions. And my idea here was, with this document, was to transfer some of that weight evenly, more evenly, and this would benefit the second and the third lesson within the module with the teacher in a more blended form, and the students will feel more confident and better prepared to participate. The document itself has got about 55 slides. It's got some very nice navigation, very clear organization. One of the things that I really like about Genially is the subtle control of information to influence the learner experience. For example, we can jump into this first section here. So you can add sequence to each part of the slide. You can add some timing animations so to many elements of the slide, and Genially has these really nice prompts for interactivity, which I added to many of the slides too. The intended effect is to have the learner focus on all information bit by bit in a controlled manner. There's a reason why the information is seen as staggered and why there are steps in the process. So this all encourages a gradual consumption of the material and to slow down the learner experience. In the absence of a teacher who spends a lot of the time issuing instructions, on Genially you can create a student discovery experience that is quite intuitive. So I hope you enjoy the document, and I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. Thanks.